Yo, what's good? Your boy Taj. Welcome back to the channel. Here with Nickelodeon sitcom live action show rankings, man. I did Disney yesterday, and I actually had fun doing it. Some of those shows I wish I saw, so I could have properly ranked them. But when it comes to Nickelodeon, I remember most of these shows. There are some on here I thought was just straight trash, and we'll get to those. But excited to get into this. Before we get started, don't kill me on where I rank these shows. Like, this is just my opinion. If you feel different, let me know where you would rank them. So, and we could talk about it in the comments. Everybody has different taste. But yeah, let's get into this. Whew, here we go. Here we go. Now, first up, we have, what is this? 100 things to do before you get to like middle school or something like that. I can't remember the full title, but this show was a nasty classified ripoff. Like, who okayed this? And I actually did watch it because in the mornings when this show was airing, I would have to take my sister to school and she would be watching like Nickelodeon or something, and this would be on, and I would watch it, and I'm just like, this is a ripoff. Like, who approved this? Like, this show was whack to me. This show was trash to me. I'm sorry. Like, it gotta go. It gotta go. Are you afraid of the dark? This show was crazy. This show was good. This show was good. Actually, this show was good. I don't remember much, but yeah. Like, this show, from what I remember, it was really good. A lot of these like 90s shows, it's been a while since I've watched them. Astronauts, I have not watched that, and the way the poster looks, I'm not interested one bit. No. Bella and the Bulldogs. This show actually wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. It wasn't trash. Um, I'll put it in okay. Like, it was okay. It was okay. Um, what else? We got Brothers Garcia. I grew up on this. This show came out in like 2000. I thought it came out in the 90s for some reason. This show was actually good, but it's underrated. Unless you were watching Nickelodeon around this time, you probably wouldn't know what this show is. But this show was actually really good. Big Time Rush. Big Time Rush was great. Big Time Rush was funny. Like, I love this show. Actually, you know what? Big Time Rush is our first S tier show. That show was great. I love Big Time Rush. I don't care what nobody say. This show was great. What is this? What is this? Bucker? What is it? Bucket and Skinner? This show was so trash, bro. Like, oh my god. If you watched the show and enjoyed it and you see my video, let me know why you watched it. Because this show was so trash. I remember watching it and being like, they really approved this show? Like, it's really whack. And it got canceled, so it is what it is. This show was called Caitlin's Way. I've heard of it, never seen it. So it is what it is. Clarissa Explains It All. This show I actually didn't grow up on, but because Teen Nick did that Nick Rewind thing around like 2011 or 12, like on Teen Nick, where they was playing like all the old shows, I actually saw it. Um I mean, it was okay, but you know, it's a product of its time. I think the show came out in 1990. I wasn't born yet, so I feel like some of these shows you really got to grow up with to like really appreciate them. My cousin Skeeter, this show was great to me. It's underrated. Actually, yeah. Like, it was the first show like Megan Good was in, and oh, Flex played Skeeter, and just this show was really good. I love this show. This show is underrated. I think it's great. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it in great. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. What is this? Cousins for Life. I've never seen it. Danger Force. This show is whack. This show is so whack, and I've watched enough of it. I haven't watched the whole series, but like, I've watched at least the first couple seasons. This show is just not good. The original is way better. Um, yeah, this show is trash to me. Oh god. What is this? Dead Time Stories? I've never seen this a day in my life. Drake and Josh, come on. What are we talking? Drake and Josh is S tier. Do I even? It's ahead of Big Time Rush. Drake and Josh, to me, is the best Nickelodeon sitcom that they've done. Some people might disagree, but I think it's number one for me personally. But but Drake and Josh is S tier, and just the characters like Drake and Josh were both funny. You had Megan, you had Helen, Crazy Steve, like Craig and Eric. Even the teachers were funny. Like, come on. Like that show was just great, man. Drake and Josh is S tier. I'm gonna rewatch it after this actually. Drama Club, never seen that. What the hell was even this? I can't even see it because like some of them are so small I can't even read it. It looked like it say Eddie McDonald or something like that. This looks really old. I haven't seen it anyway. It's just gonna go there. Every Which Way, I have not seen it, and someone told me I should watch it, so I'm gonna put it like towards the front because I do want to watch it. I have interest in watching it. 15, I've never seen this. Game Shakers, this show was bad, bro. This show was bad. And I actually watched it because Kel was in it. But like it wasn't good. Haunted Hathaways. I actually didn't think this show was trash. I thought it was okay. Like it was okay. Henry Danger, okay. I have a weird relationship with this show. Because I don't think it's great. But I don't think it's good either. I think it's okay. I think it's better than the original. I mean the spinoff. Like easily. I think it's good. Uh, I think it's good, but it's in like the back. Like any show that I put in good will be definitely ahead of that one. Cause yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Hey Dude, before my time. Like I didn't watch it. House of Anubis. I actually have not seen this, and someone said that I should react to it on my channel. I'm gonna put this ahead of that because it's something that I actually do want to watch, and I'm gonna watch it. So yeah. How to Rock. This show was underrated. This show was really good. Like, didn't it get canceled after like 2 or 3 seasons? I gotta look that up real quick. Damn. This show only had 1 season? I thought it had like two. This show was actually good. I'm actually sad that it got canceled like that. That's so whack. I Am Frankie. I have no clue what this is. iCarly. Listen, I wasn't the biggest fan of iCarly when I was growing up when it came out. And it wasn't until the show was about to end where I really started appreciating it and start going back and watching the episodes. And I actually really liked it. Like I watched it when it was airing, but like I just feel like I just wasn't that much into it. And then it just clicked for me. And then I really enjoy it. But I'd be lying if I say it wasn't S tier. Like it has the most seasons in terms of a regular sitcom. Like it has the most seasons out of any of these Nickelodeon shows. So like it has way more seasons. And it was actually really good. The revival was actually pretty decent too. I did eventually watch it and I actually liked it. Sad it got canceled after finally introducing Carly's mom, bro. And we didn't even get to see who it was. That's so whack. That is so whack. I have no clue what this show is right here. I can't even read it and the name is too long. I'm good. Just Jordan. This show had 1 season. I remember really liking it when it came out because it was funny, but it's not good. I went back to rewatch it and it's not good. It's okay for that time, but no, it's just not good. Night Squad, never seen that. Legendary, what is this? Old Brothers? I've never seen this. Never even heard of it. Make It Pop, never heard of this either. Marvin, oh, this that Marvin show. This show was trash. Oh my gosh, that show was so whack. I never thought that that guy was funny in the first place. I remember the episode of iCarly when like Freddie hurts his feelings or something like that. Dude, nah. He wasn't even funny. The show wasn't good. It was just trash. I'm sorry. Get that out of here. I wish there was a category beneath trash to put him in. Max and Shred, never watched that. Mr. Meaty, this show was so bad it was good. It's still trash, but it was funny. Like it was a really bad show, but it was funny for some reason. I don't know. Um, My Brother and Me. This is another one of those shows that came out in the early '90s, and I wasn't born for, and I can't watch that. And it looked like it just wasn't good. It looked like it don't even belong on Nickelodeon. Like that show looked like it would have been on like UPN or whatever the other channels was with like Martin and Fresh Prince and like Living Single and shows like that, Moesha and stuff like that. It looked like one of those type of shows. Nasty Classified School Survival Guide. Come on, that's S tier. It's the S tier. Do I even need to say more? Like, it's one of the few shows on Nickelodeon that wasn't produced by Dan Snyder, and it was really good. Honestly, this could have got a revival or a reboot. I would have watched it. The cast was good. All three seasons was good. Like it was just, and their podcast is actually really fun. I need to watch the new episode because they got the actress that was, she was the main like gross, like remember the huge crew? What was it? The gross crew, the huge crew, something like that. It was the bullies that liked Ned, and it's the main one, and they got her on, I can't remember her name from the show, but they got her on the latest podcast, and she like is talking about how like she wasn't brought back for season 3, which I didn't even realize she wasn't in season 3 until I saw that clip on TikTok, and I was like, oh, she wasn't in season 3, so I'm gonna go check that out. But Ned's S tier easily. If you disagree, we gonna have to fight, yo. Like, you got to run my ones. No one knows best. I don't know what this is. Nikki, Ricky, Dicky, and Don. I didn't watch it. I saw like an episode or two, but I didn't. The Adventures of Pete and Pete. Never saw that, and that was a show before my time. Romeo. This show was bad. This show was bad. And I actually watched this religiously as a kid. I thought it was great. I got older, and no. The music is corny. I was never a big fan of Romeo as a kid, like his rapping. Like, no, Bow Wow was the joint back in the day. Romeo, ain't nobody listen to Romeo. No offense to Romeo. He a decent actor, but nah, like this show, this show was just not good. It just was not good. If y'all hear vibrate in the background, it's because my phone on my desk and people keep texting. Sam and Cat trash. No, this was a failed. This was a failed experiment. It was so bad. It was clear that they didn't know what to do with this. Like all the characters outside of Sam and Cat was like another version of a different character. Like the little boy and the wrestler, I forgot their names. I don't even remember their names. They were pretty much Robbie and Rex, just humans, and the one was a kid and one was an adult. Like that's who they pretty much represented. Like it was really weird. Like this show was just not good. The episode when Robbie and what's his name and Freddie came in, that episode was really good. The episode with Jade was really good. I thought it was really, actually I think that's the same episode. No, it's not. No, it's not. The episode with Jade and her and Sam was beefing. Yo, that episode was good. I really enjoyed that episode. School of Rock. I didn't watch that. I saw like a couple episodes, but I didn't like fully watch it. So, you know. I thought this video was actually going to be longer, but I'm only like 13 minutes in or something like that. Of course, I'm going to edit down. It's not going to be actually 13 minutes, but. Shelby Woo. Never heard of this a day in my life. Is that the guy who played Mr. Miyagi? It is. Bro, what the hell? He was on Nickelodeon? Since when? That's crazy. Side Hustle. This show was whack. I actually did watch it because it looked like it was going to be interesting. No. No. It was, and it got canceled, which fair because it wasn't good. No one was watching it. It just wasn't good. Star Falls. I don't even know what the hell this is. Like, what even is this? Super Ninjas? I actually thought this was okay. Like it was okay. I think I got canceled after like one or two seasons. I stopped keeping up with it, and then I rewatched it when it was like airing the episodes. But like, I don't remember if it got canceled or not. I think it did, but it was okay. Like, it was nothing special, you know. And Taina, this show right here, nah, this show was great. It ran like one or two seasons, and it got canceled. And the crazy thing about that is it was the highest like rated show on the network at that point. Like, it had more viewers. It had the biggest viewership of any Nickelodeon show at the time. Like, bigger than all that at the time. I think this came out in like 2000 and something, like 2002, something like that. Like, people was watching it over the Amanda show and stuff like that. Like, it was actually really good. And I always wondered what happened to it. I might have to look into it. Talia in the kitchen. I don't know what that is. That girl Lele. This show is not for me. It's bad, but it's clearly not for my like generation. It's clearly not. I saw enough of it to be like, no, it's not good. It's pretty trash. I'm sorry. Get that out of here. Other Kingdom. I have not seen that. Don't know what that is. The Troop. This show was actually underrated. I actually thought it was good. Some people might not remember, but I actually liked it more than Henry Danger. Some people might not remember, but that show was actually good. It came out in the mid 2000s. It might have came on Nicktoons. I can't remember. Cause some Nickelodeon was weird, like in the mid 2000s, going into the 2010s, where like some shows would come on some of the different Nickelodeon channels. Cause at that point, by like 2008 or 9, we had like Teen Nick, Nicktoons. Um, it was just Nick Two. Like, it was just too many damn Nicks. That sounds weird. The Thundermans. That show was okay. Like, it. I'm a fan of the cast. I've seen them in other things, but like, this show was okay. Like, I don't think it was trash. It has some watchability. Like, over all these shows down here, I'll watch the Thundermans over any of these. The Naked Brothers Band. I have not watched it since I was a kid, and I'm scared to. I remember it being good. I'm gonna put it in good. I thought it was good as a kid. Now, mind you, I haven't rewatched it in years, so I don't know. Why is True Jackson VP on here twice? True Jackson VP, I thought was amazing. That show was great. It's underrated. It got 3 seasons, which, you know, I'm glad it did. At least get 3 seasons. Had a black led character. Kiki Palmer was all over Nickelodeon at this point, cause she had this show. She had what she had. She had Rags, and she guest starred for a couple episodes on Degrassi. So like, she was all over Nickelodeon at this point. Unfabulous. This show is underrated. This show is underrated. I don't think it get talks about enough. I like it more than all these shows. I don't think it was great. I haven't gone back to watch it in years, and I might have to. Some of these shows I'm definitely going to go back and watch. Like True Jackson, I'm in the mood to go back and watch that now. But Unfabulous was good. Emma Roberts was in this show. Like, what's my girl from All American? Patience. Chelsea. She's on this show for people who for people who don't know. Patience from All American was on Unfabulous. Like, it's some people from this show that y'all would recognize if y'all go and watch it. Depending on how old you are. Some of y'all might have already seen it. Victorious. Come on. That's S tier, bro. I fucking love Victorious. I love it more than iCarly though. I'm a Victorious person. When it came down to iCarly or Victorious, I was a Victorious person. Like, Victorious was my joint. I like it more than Big Time Rush as well. Let me move that. Ned's. I like Ned's more than iCarly. I like I like Ned's more than Big Time Rush. Okay, that can stay like that. But yeah, this show was great. The music was good. It's been a beef on Twitter about which is better, Victorious or Hannah Montana. Um, okay. They're both great shows. They have good music, but they're both like sitcoms, like kid sitcoms, but they're too different to compare. Like the only thing you can compare is the music. And even then, it's a different time. Like Hannah Montana came out in like '05, '06. Victorious came out in like 2010. Like the music sound different. It's different bops. I like both of the music from both of the shows. So to me, like what I enjoy more, I enjoy Victorious more. Like that's just me. But I don't think Victorious is better than Hannah Montana. I think they're both even, in my opinion. Like they're both S tier shows. It is what it is. Warped. Don't know what this is. Witch Academy. I think this is the spinoff of Every Which Way. I might get to it. I might get to it if I finally watch Every Which Way. I gotta watch House of Anubis first. I'm definitely interested in that. But this, if it's good, let me know. If it's not a good spinoff, then I'll skip it. But let me know in the comments. Young Dylan, this show is trash. Get this. Tyler Perry, stay away from Nickelodeon. Like, get that out of here, bro. Zoe 101. Come on now. Zoe 101 is great. Like, it's S tier for me personally because I grew up with the show. It's different for me. I thought the show was funny. I love the characters. I like it more than iCarly. I'm sorry. I love iCarly, but like I love these shows more. But it's an S tier. But Zoe 101, it's hard to go back and watch it now because of the controversy that happened. Like all the stuff we found out that happened to Alexis, the actress who played Nicole. Like she was getting like bullied and stuff like on set, and she did a lot of interviews talking about how she was treated on set, and it sucks because I love this show so much, but after seeing the interviews, it's hard for me to go watch it. And by the way, that Zoe 102 movie was absolutely trash. Who approved that? Why? That movie was so bad. It was so bad. I put it on and all I remember is me being on my phone. Like Zoe was never interesting enough to like form the movie around her. Like even in the show, like if you ask most people who their favorite character from the show, Zoe's on the bottom of that list. Like people will say Michael, Chase, and Quinn, Nicole, Lola, Logan. Like people will talk about those characters before they talk about Zoe. But that movie was trash. I don't even want to. Ugh. All that, all that. I want to put it in S tier. It was a great show, but I feel like the later seasons ruined it. Like, like when we got to like the Nick Cannon years, and then going into the early 2000s, like Jamie Lynn Spears was actually on here, which is actually ironic. I can see why she got Zoe 101, but like those later seasons just weren't good, and then they brought it back in like 2019 or something like that, and it was bad because no one was asking for it. It was really bad. Like who approved it? Like stop, don't touch classics, okay? Once it's over, when we said we wanted all that, we meant put the old ones back on TV or put them on like Netflix or something. Like don't reboot it. I only watched it because Kel was in it, and I forgot the other actress. She played like the librarian, and I can't remember her name. Damn, I wish I remember her name, but like she was in it. Like a couple of the old like cast came back here and there, but like it just wasn't the same, and that kind of hurts the show. It was still great though. Like the first like 4 seasons was like S tier, but those later seasons it brought it down for me. The Amanda Show was actually good. It ran for 2 seasons. I thought this show was good. I liked it more than all these shows. Put this up here. That show was great. It gave us Drake and Josh, Amanda Bonds in the what when the show come out, like 99. Like Amanda Bonds was all over the place. She was doing movies and she had another show after this, and it was just she was all over the place. Like this show was more known for giving us Drake and Josh. Speaking of Keenan and Kel's S tier, like easily. This show, memories. Now, obviously, like I was really young when this show came out. I'm a '90s baby, but like once I got a little older to see like some of the reruns, and then like the later seasons, I was like, okay, I love this show. and it's S tier. Now it's a whole debate which one is better between Keenan and Kel or Drake and Josh. I love Keenan and Kel, but when you go back and rewatch it, some of the comedy just didn't age well. Some of the characters are kind of whack. It didn't age well. Drake and Josh, I think, aged really well. And I'm not even being biased. Like, I think the jokes are still good, the characters are still funny, the episodes still hit the same. Like, Keenan and Kel was definitely a product of his time. The 90s, that era was lit, and they got one of the best theme songs in TV, period. But it's not better than Drake and Josh for me. But yeah, here is the list. You know, let me scroll down slow. So you can stop where you want to stop. But yeah, damn, it's a lot of shows I haven't seen before. Jeez. But like I said, like a lot of these shows, I either A wasn't born when these shows came out, or B I just didn't watch them for forever reason. But I am gonna get to House of Anubis. I do want to get into that. That's the one show out of all of these that I'm like the most interested in. But yeah, that's my list. Let me know where you would rank some of these. You feel me? We might not agree on everything, and that's cool. That's cool. We don't have to agree, but yeah, let me know if y'all agree with my list, and I'll see y'all in the next video.